5 a.m. on this Monday morning, September 13th, 2021, and Direct Bar Newsroom in Norton. This is the Peter Channel Morning News for this Monday morning, September 13th, 2021. Good morning, y'all. This lovely Monday morning, September 13th, 2021. The time is 5 a.m. and the Norton temperature is 69 degrees and cloud skies. Here's the morning edition of Peter Channel News for Monday morning. Back to work, back to school. Here are the headlines at 5. Taliban taps Afghan women's education while limiting learning. California, recall, risk becoming of a disputed election as Larry Elder talks up voter fraud. Democrats look to hike taxes on rich and corporations to pay for a $3.5 trillion budget bill. North Korea reports long-range cruise missiles test as arms race intensifies. Alabama man dies after 43 hospitals but full ICUs turn away. Family urges COVID-19 vaccines. Allegations fly as recall. Vote looms for California's Newsom. Patriots welcome fans back to the Gillette Stadium for the 2021 season opener in Foxborough. Tropical storm Nicholas threatens Gulf Coast with heavy rains. Amy Barrett concerned about public research on the Supreme Court. Hopkins fire erupts across the NorCal. Residents to evacuate. 2 workers found dead at a waste recycling plant in North Carolina. Israel may have returned kidnapped boy who survived Italy cable car crash. Al Qaeda chief rumored to be dead appears in video marking 9/11. Shows Braves conservative text to win second German election debate. Europe only got with weekly rise of COVID-19 deaths at 3%, and Israel strikes Hamas targets in Gaza third night of fighting. At least 4 people were hurt when a building in Georgia exploded at the weekend, authorities said. Oregon cities losing cannabis tax money to drug treatment, and Capitol Police recommends disciplinary actions against officers for January 6th siege. In Foxborough, townwide cleanup on the occasion of the 20th anniversary of the September 11th terror attacks on 72 more than 300 volunteers. North Andover School Board will meet at police station on Monday. New Adult Day Center to open at Taunton's Old Roslyn Function Hall. Tow truck processional for Ray Dunham. Look at that. Stop today out on 271.66 at 34,607.72. S&P 500 34.70 at 44.58, and NASDAQ down 132.76 at 115.49. Peter Channel News time 503 and 69 degrees. China will reportedly break up bank groups allocate and force creation of new loans app. China tech shares slide on latest volume of internet curbs. Asia shares step back decay hesitates through 30-year high by Reuters, and China zero COVID stance could worsen debt problems by companies. Former FDA chief says COVID-19 vaccine could be approved for kids ages 5 and up by October. Britain begins the world's largest trial of blood tests for 50 types of cancer. The U.S. is nearing immunity from COVID-19. This season, Alabama man family urges vaccinations amid ICU bed shortage. Peter Channel News time is 5:04. Time now for a sports report. The Boston Red Sox fall to the Chicago White Sox 2-1 in Chicago, while the New England Patriots opened up their season with a 17-16 loss to the Miami Dolphins yesterday afternoon at Gillette. Take a look at sports scores. The Pittsburgh Steelers over the Buffalo Bills 23-16. Carolina Panthers over New York Jets 19-14. Houston Texans over the Jacksonville Jaguars 37-21. And Bills over the Tennessee Titans 38-13. LA Chargers over Washington 2016. Philadelphia Eagles over the Atlanta Falcons 32-6. Cincinnati Bengals over the Minnesota Vikings 27-24. And let's go 49ers over the Detroit Lions 41-33. Seattle Seahawks over the Indiana Colts 28-16. And Kansas City Chiefs over the Cleveland Browns 33-29. And Non-Saints over the Green Bay Packers 38-3. Denver Broncos over the New York Giants 27-13. LA Rams over the Chicago Bears 34-14. And on Monday Night Football tonight, 8:15 p.m., the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Baltimore Ravens. And another Major League Baseball scores: the Colorado Rockies over the Philadelphia Phillies 5-4. The Houston Astros over the LA Angels 3-1. St. Louis Cardinals blanked the Cincinnati Reds 2-0. San Francisco Giants over the Chicago Cubs 6-5. LA Dodgers 8. San Diego Padres 0. And the Mets 7. Yankees 6. This afternoon, tonight, 10:15 p.m., the Boston Red Sox will be traveling at the Seattle, take on the Seattle Mariners. Game time, 10 o'clock. And the North Lancers boys soccer team will square up against the Midway Mustangs at Adams Field this afternoon at 3:30. And the North Lancers volleyball team will have a game 6:30 p.m. against the Midway Mustangs. Peter Chelanusab, 506 at 69 degrees. And let's take a look at the first look at the traffic and transit check. Looking at the MBTA subway, commuter rail, and the ferries. They are looking good on this Monday morning. All right. Take a look at the highways and byways in New England. Interstate 91 on the northbound side, a little bit over between Riversfield and Hartford, Connecticut. 146 southbound side, little side of Millbury stretch, and 138 at the northbound side. A little bit over on the Lexington area. Route 681 westbound side, a little bit over on the Meriden, Connecticut. 89 on the northbound side, a little bit slow around Route 93 up in the Concord area. Everett Turnpike at the northbound side, a little bit slow up around the Durham, New Hampshire. Spotted Turnpike a little bit slow around Durham, New Hampshire, but it's looking good so far in Northern New England. Peter Chelanusab, here's 507. It's time now to take a look at the weather situation. Latest on Nicholas says this is the IBM advisory 6 winds, minimum sun pressure 1,001 millibars. 25.5 at the north, 96.6 to the west, moving northwest at 14 miles an hour. Heavy rainfall will impact portions of the Texas and Louisiana coast throughout the middle of the week, and significant rainfall amounts are possible, potentially resulting in areas of considerable flash and urban flooding, especially in the highly urbanized metropolitan areas. Minor river flooding is also expected. There is also the danger of lack rain and storm surge inundation along the coast of Texas from Port Arthur to St. Louis Pass. Residents in this area should be following advice given by local officials. And Nicholas has forecast approach the middle Texas coast as a strong tropical storm today. It could be near hurricane intensity by landfall. Tropical storm conditions are expected along the portions of the middle Texas coast beginning by this afternoon, with hurricane conditions possible by the Port Arthur to Freeport this afternoon and night. And tropical storm conditions are expected along the portions of the northeast coast of Mexico and then the coast of South Texas beginning during the next few hours. And look at the National Weather Summary and looking at the National Weather Summary, temperature-wise, it's going to be a mid-September heat wave. We focus on the southwest and the central plains. Today it is going to be hot. As temperature-wise, a mid-September heat wave focused on the southwest and the central plains. In the last couple of days extends reach into the mid-Atlantic states. The hottest conditions are centered in the southwest part. Since the heat waters will remain in place by Monday afternoon, the central high plains will sweat out one more day of our normally hot conditions as coming to the close hit and high triple digits at the spots by the Pacific Coast front, bringing some relief from the heat on Tuesday, which is currently centered around Kansas, and it is going to bring some relief. The late season summer heat only continues to build in the Mid-Atlantic, where high temperatures are going to be in the low 90s and very mild morning lows for the mid-September. The fact some parts of the Ohio Valley and northern Mid-Atlantic could break daily record warm lows this morning, as anomaly cool conditions are likely in parts of the deep southeast and widespread cloud for cover from Nicholas. Troublesome Nicholas in the Pacific Northwest could also expect seasonally cold temperatures. Today and once again is another Pacific cold front sweeps through the region currently situated off Alaska. Troublesome Nicholas not only active weather tandem maker in the lower 48 and elevated frontal boundary working tandem, but an emergent wave of low pressure out in the central Rockies will be a catalyst for scattered areas of heavy showers and thunderstorms within the upper Midwest, the north, interior northeast, and some severe weather is possible as a storm prediction center does have a slight risk level 2 5 in the place of the place for parts of the Midwest and northern Mid-Atlantic. Today is a wave of low pressure into the plains ejects east towards the Great Lakes on Tuesday. The best odds for severe weather takes shape, but once again in the Midwest as a cold front sweeps through the region. Severe storms may contain temperature winds and large hail along with the locally heavy rainfall rates. The main lead to some instances of flash flood. Lastly, fire weather conditions may be prominent parts of the west as a few elevated risk areas have been eastern parts of the Central Plains, Great Basin, and the Snake River Valley. All right, closer to home. Scattered showers and a few thunderstorms. Likely be a cold front early this morning and clearing later this morning and afternoon above normal temperatures, mainly dry and seasonally warm weather continues. Today, the weather pattern becomes more settled mid to late in the weekend. Heading into the weekend, temperatures remain near above normal. Narrow zone of showers and a few thunderstorms across northern Massachusetts, likely to the capital against the next 1-2 hours. Meanwhile, the strong MCS in the west of the crust, New York, continues to weaken as cloud tops warmer. Lighted activity diminishes best visibility. Sites to the southwest of the complex is moving into a less favorable and more capped upper island as it approaches southern New England. Still expected upper island scattered showers and thunderstorms will sweep across western New England about 6 a.m. and weaken across eastern New England by 6 to 8 a.m. before moving on by mid-morning at the low risk for sun. As we get to the western New England complex, get old gathered. Beyond this complex, clouds will linger a bit this morning, especially across southern New England. Then increase the sunshine will fall from west late this morning. In the afternoon, weak cold front moves to the south coast this morning before moving offshore with good dry trend beyond it as the parts decrease from 1.5 to 2 inches with a below 1 inch later this afternoon. Not much cooling with its boundary, so max temperature reach in the 70s with some 80-degree readings in Connecticut, Rhode Island, and southwest Massachusetts, north and west Florida. The ports of the 60 to be followed in the 50s from north to south out today, but the less humid air will be much lower near the south coast and 2 points likely remain in the 60s. And take a look at the radar. And it shows a lot of showers and storms stretch a line from southern New Hampshire, curving down to Nashua, and down to west to Worcester, and down to Sturbridge, and another batch of rain showers from southwest New Hampshire from Keene and Concord, all the way down to Southern Vermont, down to western portions of the Berkshires and Massachusetts, and the one in the capital district of Albany. And they are moving to the east. So they're going to be, this line is going to be moving toward the east. So the Boston vicinity could be next. These line of storms in the next 30 to 35 minutes, and another line headed towards Springfield in the next 30 to 35 minutes. And this is going to breeze by about 6, 8 a.m. in the morning. Okay, let's take a look at the forecast. It goes like this. Check the shot. That is made before 8 a.m. Mostly Costco, but mostly Sesco will have about 79 degrees. Northwest 5 to 7 mile an hour. Chest space at 30%. New river months less than 7 inches. Possible exit Harvard Mass. Possible south. So for Monday night, be clear and cool with a low 52 degrees. Coming in northwest around 5 mile an hour afternoon morning. So give the AC a break and open up some windows while you're sleeping it tonight. Tuesday, the pick of the week will be mostly Sesco with a high of 75 and low 63 degrees. South about 3 to 5 mile an hour. Chest space 20% for Wednesday, partly Saturday for a low 66 degrees. South about 7 to 13 mile an hour. Size 23 mile an hour. And for Thursday, check the shots, mostly cloudy at 75, low 64 degrees. Cloud humidity spread 5 out afternoon, check is 40%. And for Friday, rain like May after 1 p.m., mostly cloudy at 74, low 65 degrees. East about 3 to 5 hour, check is 60%. And for Saturday, check rain, mostly cloudy at 77, low 64 degrees. Cloud humidity northwest by 5 out afternoon, check is 30%. And for Sunday, check the shots, mostly cloudy at 80 degrees. Northeast about 3 to 5 hour, check is 30%. Currently in Dalton, it is 71 degrees and overcast skies. That's going to be the Peter Channel. Morning news for this Monday morning, 13th of September, 2021. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. We have a good morning with a goodbye day. Stay safe, be positive, be healthy, be well. Have a good day.